Welcome to the ATC and Diversified Electronics How It Works series. Today we're breaking down lift stations, what they do, why they matter, and how combining our intrinsically safe ARM alternating duplex pump controller with the SENSERT remote monitoring and alert system makes them smarter, more reliable, and easier to manage. To illustrate how this system works, this video will follow wastewater from its source through the local sanitary sewer system and to a regional wastewater pumping station, or lift station. Wastewater begins in homes and buildings when dirty water is sent to the local sanitary sewer system through a drain or toilet. It travels through the underground pipes, usually under the street, until it connects with the large pipes of the regional collection system. The wastewater flows downhill until it reaches a low point in the system where it can no longer flow by gravity. Lift stations are installed at these low points so that the flow can be pumped or lifted to higher ground, so it can again flow downhill through the wastewater collection system. When the flow reaches the lift station, wastewater collects in an underground tank called a wet well. As the wet well fills, sensors measure the water level. Once the water level reaches a certain depth, the pumps inside the lift station turn on and force the wastewater out through a pipeline called a forced main. The pumps in this lift station are submersible pumps operating directly in the water of the wet well. We'll use this setup to show how integrating our ARM controller and sensor system adds redundancy to optimize lift station operations in a cost-efficient way. First, let's look at how the station operates normally and then see how it responds to abnormal conditions. The process begins as water flows into the wet well. As the water level slowly rises, it reaches the lead pump float, closing the switch and signaling the ARM controller to activate the lead pump, so pumping begins. If the incoming flow is greater than the lead pump can handle, the water level continues to rise, eventually triggering the lag float. The ARM will then turn on the lag pump, increasing pumping capacity and causing the water level to begin lowering. The level slowly drops below the lag and lead floats, but both pumps remain on until the cycle is complete. Finally, the water level falls below the off float. The ARM controller receives this signal and safely shuts down both pump motors. The cycle is complete and the station is ready to begin again. To ensure equal runtime and extend the life of the pumps, the ARM controller alternates their roles. The pump that was the lag pump in the previous cycle becomes the lead pump for the next cycle, and vice versa. Now, let's see how the system handles a pump failure. Water enters the basin and rises to the lead float, activating the lead pump normally. The inflow is too high for one pump, so the water level reaches the lag float, but the lag pump has failed in service and does not start. With the failed pump, the water level continues to rise until it triggers the high-level float, activating a high-level alarm. If your ARM is connected to existing SCADA or our SENSERT remote monitoring and alert system, you are instantly notified of this alarm. Alerts can be sent via push notification, text, or email, allowing you to know what's happening with your systems anywhere, anytime. You can then examine the issue more closely in the SENSERT app to decide your best course of action. Your unique situation and setup will determine how your system operates during or after a high-level alarm. Finally, let's examine a float switch failure. Water fills the basin and triggers the lead float, turning on the lead pump. The water level eventually reaches the height of the lag float. However, the float is damaged and fails to close, so it cannot send the signal to turn on the lag pump. The water continues to rise until it triggers the high-level float. In this scenario, the high-level signal is used to override the faulty switch and directly start the lag pump. Now, both pumps are running to bring the water level back down. The system pumps down until the level falls below the off float. After the pumps shut down, the alarm output and control switch failure indicators on the ARM controller will remain illuminated, signaling that maintenance is required until a technician manually resets the system. Even if a technician is not able to reset the system immediately, the ARM will automatically reassign failed float switch responsibilities to other operational floats. so that your lift station stays up and running. Utilizing ATC and diversified electronics, ARM alternating relays with the SENSERT remote monitoring and alert system creates a smarter, more resilient lift station, delivering efficient operation, self-diagnosis, and remote alerts for peace of mind and uninterrupted performance.